Hey, it's DJ Brian Red doing it from scratch. That's right, this is my tribute video to our good friend DJ Mikey Mike. Now, I talked to Mikey on the phone and told him that I wanted to buy something to put on top of a tripod to mount a moving head onto. Well, Mikey said, well, there's nothing out there that you're looking for, but you can build one. And he told me how. He told me what parts I needed to order, and I kind of got creative with the rest of it. Mikey, I am not the fabricator you are. I'm not an engineer, but I did my best with this poor man's moving head totem, made with a tripod, some hardware I ordered, maybe some stuff you'd find laying around the house. So here we go, let's do it. The first thing you're going to need is one of these. This is from On Stage Stands. Exterior mounting bracket, model number EB9760-B. As you can see, it's got a hole in it. Stick it on top of the tripod and screw this down. Comes with a couple of mounting screws right here. The purpose of this piece is actually to mount your speakers on a pole if you don't already have mounting hardware on your speakers. The only problem is you put this on the bottom of your speaker and you screw it in. You can't set your speaker down flat. It's going to be all over the place unless you flip it upside down. But today we're going to use it for our platform. Next, we need to take some measurements. Here's our exterior mounting bracket. Let's see how long it is at its longest point. Looks like about 8 inches. So we don't want to have a platform that's too short so this thing hangs over. That would kind of look dodgy. I'm thinking 8 inches is the smallest platform we would want to build for what we've got here. Any smaller wouldn't look right. So we got to measure our moving head. If we've got a 9-inch moving head, we need a 9-inch platform. If we've got an 8-inch moving head, we're perfect. Let's see what we got here. 7 3/4 by about 7 1/2. 8 inches is going to do just fine for the X-Move LED. I've got this piece of scrap here that came out of an old desk that fell apart. It's particle board. It's going to do just fine for our project. Let's go ahead and measure this out. Got my little square set to 8 inches. Not much of a carpenter, so some of you may laugh at me how I do this. Some of you may say, wow, that's pretty good, Bri. This kind of depends. Alright, let's see, where's my mark up here? Didn't make it dark enough. There we go. Moving right along, we've got our 8 by 8 little piece of wood here. What we have to do is figure out how to center this bad boy on this piece of wood. So the first thing we do is measure this little bracket here. Looks like it's about 4.5 inches. So 8 minus 4.5 is 3.5. 3.5 divided by 2 is 1 3/4, I hope. I'm terrible at math. So what we do is we go 1 3/4 in, make a little mark. That's how I do it anyway. I'm sure some of you out there who do carpentry are laughing at me right now saying, no, Brian, there's a much easier way to do this. But this is how I do it. I'm a DJ, not a carpenter. And if I'm right, our bracket should fit right within these little marks I'm making on the board. And look at that. It does. Now the next thing we need to do is figure out where our screw holes are going to be. The easiest way I've found to do this is to just take a pen or a pencil, go right into the holes that are already here on this clamp, and make a little mark. As soon as you got it centered, of course. Then drill yourself some holes. The next part of this process I call the seat belt. I couldn't figure out a way to secure the moving head to the platform in case somebody bumps the tripod. You don't want the thing to tumble off. If anything, the whole tripod comes down before this thing comes down. That's the goal. I don't know if this is the best solution, but it's the one I came up with. Our friend DJ Big Ron, some of you might know him, gave me this roll of Velcro. So I'm going to make a seatbelt for this thing. First thing you're going to want to do is stretch out some Velcro, put it right under this piece of wood we've cut for the platform. Put your moving head on top, like so, and wrap the Velcro around like this. Now, let's make sure that the moving part of this moving head clears this Velcro for the seatbelt. Why, yes it does. Clears it, no problem. We're not interfering with any of the little heat fans, nothing like that. So wrap it around and see about what length you need. I'd say that'll do. So I'm going to cut that much Velcro off of the roll. If my cutters worked, I could do that anyway. Try something else. See, I am definitely not Mikey Mike with this project. Now this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to lay the seat belts down this way. Make sure they're even on each side. And then I'm going to take our exterior mounting bracket, line it up with the holes. Try to get these seat belts in relatively close so they got a good bite when this clamp gets screwed down to this platform. Theoretically, I'm thinking it should work out real well. We'll see. First time for everything. Go ahead, take the screws that were supplied with the exterior mounting bracket, screw them in. And when you're all done, it should look something like this. Alright, let's test it out. We'll go ahead and put this on the top of a tripod. Screw it down so it's secure. It's absolutely tight and secure. Take the moving head. Again, we're using the X-Move LED today. And let's fasten our seatbelts. Let's see how the seatbelt thing worked out. Just wrap the Velcro around here. Just a little added security for, I guess, my peace of mind. So, for some reason, if somebody accidentally bumps my stand I'm making here, this doesn't necessarily fall on the ground. See? I'm shaking it. It's not going anywhere. Let's go ahead and dress this up a little bit. I took the white Scrim King, put it on the bottom of a tripod, because tripods are kind of ugly just all by themselves. Scrim King really cleans them up. And then take it a step further, let's take this Megabar 50 LED and put behind the Scrim King and check it out. So there you go, my very first do it from scratch video. How'd I do, Mikey? I don't know, maybe you guys have some better ideas than I did on this seatbelt issue. But I think it's actually working out pretty well. This thing is shaking, I'm shaking it right now. You wouldn't want to do that with your moving head on there unless it was secure. It's very secure. But it's a lot more portable than a big Totem. I mean, I would have to put a big Totem probably on the top of my truck unless it was just a 3-footer or something. But you can shoot this thing up as high as a tripod could possibly go. And it collapses to the size of a tripod. So a lot more compact, a lot less expensive. I think I'm going to get a set of moving heads, build a set of these, and take them on the road. What do you think? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Thanks for watching, practice, and enjoy.